That is the boom of a shell landing. Northern Gaza has been bombarded relentlessly for 3 weeks, and now this. The Kamal Adwan Hospital has become a target. Israel says it's pursuing terrorists. This facility has almost completely run out of medicine and supplies. The medical director venting his anger on a phone call as he was being filmed. We're a few hours away from the death of all these people, he says. How long will this continue? Instead of receiving aid, we get tanks that are shelling this building. Since then, communication lines to the hospital have been cut off. This was the view as it was attacked, filmed by a young man called Abu, known for his social media posts. He was later rounded up along with other men, corralled and stripped down to their underwear.
They tied us up and swore at us. One of the soldiers recognized me as a TikTok influencer. He started interrogating me about the content I share, cursing me and my family for posting about the resistance. He said he was not going to release me and that I was never going to see my family again. He said that I was going to die in the ditch where they took me.
The World Health Organization says it has now lost touch with the hospital and described the attack as deeply disturbing.
We were bringing some medical supplies, some fuel, some food, some blood, and our teams were describing horrific scenes of hundreds of wounded people with trauma injuries lying really on the floor of the hospital, in addition to hundreds of people who were seeking shelter in the hospital.
It's not just the north that's being battered. In the southern city of Khan Yunis, 38 people were killed, many of them children. So many that 2 or 3 bodies were put in each of these bags. Many of the victims here came from the same family. Khan Yunis was hit from both the ground and the sky, its mosque smashed, its people petrified.
At 2 o'clock, suddenly I found myself wedged between the rubble. I did not know anything about anyone. I started screaming and screaming until my brother and father came. They started trying to get me out until they pulled me out. My little brother, who was 17 years old, was martyred. My little sister, who was 15 years old, was martyred. This is our situation.
The north of Gaza may be taking the brunt of Israeli attacks, but this was proof that the south remains a target. Gaza, all of Gaza, is hellish. Adam Parsons, Sky News, Jerusalem.